What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GOAT Talk. Another packed week with NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. The NFL draft was this past week. But we're going to start with some baseball because we have some stuff to talk about. So let's
hmm
get into it.
Chris, send it away.
Yeah, I know you want to talk about your Red Sox and them basically cleaning house.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are we looking at?
Um, I don't know. I mean, they just lost again today to the Blue Jays. I think one of, I believe Jared Carabas, tweeted out something this past week that he got a text from an old anonymous Red Sox player that basically said, "This is like shitting your pants and then changing your shirt." Like it. I mean, I know in the past I've said that the whole Cora thing, like I wouldn't be surprised if this was his last year. I certainly didn't think they were going to fire him like 30 games into the season. That was completely out of left field. Um, but I think going back to the last podcast, I talked about it how like every single lineup has kind of been different, maybe not necessarily the best nine guys. And I do genuinely think that Alex Cora was kind of sending a little bit of a fuck you to the management and to the ownership, basically being like, hey, this is what happens when we don't prioritize like big bats in the lineup and we just go for the defense and good pitching, which we've had neither, by the way. So I think it was a bombshell, obviously. Like I was not expecting them to actually do it, especially this early. Um, Veritech sucks. Like that really sucks. That's such a fuck you, like you spend literally your entire career with one organization and you don't even offer him like an assistant coach or anything like that. Um so yeah, it's going to be really interesting moving forward. I think towards the end of the year, I think that by the end of the season Craig Breslow's gone. Um John has Henry's never going to sell the team because why would he? Makes Like money still. he's going to make money even though he makes money from like Liverpool is probably his biggest It's not like probably, without a doubt, it is.
Yeah.
it without a doubt it's his biggest profit probably, and then the Red Sox will be under there somewhere, but you know it's
The
crazy
Sox,
that we're talking about this The like
yeah.
like Sox are his the side hoe. it's
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
really
that's what
is
it kind
though.
of what
It
it is.
really is. Like when's the last time you've seen John Henry in like a presser? I can't name one time. You can't name one time. He always sends out his Muppets and Sam Kennedy and Craig Breslow, like right, and they literally call him Bresbot. Like I don't know. I could go talk about it for hours. We have so much other shit to get into, but I am very surprised that they actually did something. But again, that's the best analogy I've heard. It's shitting your pants and changing the shirt. Like we see today, like it's just not nothing's really going to come from this. You can change the culture whether or not that comes with the coach or not, but ultimately it comes down to the players and them playing their best on the field. And right now they're just not. And that doesn't start with it can start with the manager change, but until there's like an actual future established and they actually hire like a long-term coach, I don't this season is pretty much washed. And then Garrett Crochet goes on the IR. Now it's just like it's over. Just pack it up. That's leave it alone. Now, Chris, did you not did you do you think firing Cora was the move in your, if you had to say a yes or no, not I'm not sure. Do you think that was the move, like in terms of, like, I'm not saying you can be definitive, but you think it'll ultimately benefit or hurt them in some way, shape, or form? I think the move, I think it was the move. I don't think it was the move right now. Okay. Like within the third, but I do believe in my heart that this was going to be his last year in Boston. It's also That's fair. crazy how Aaron Boone is still a coach of the I don't want to Yankees, talk about that. and, I don't want to talk and about that. Cora is the one that got fired. I would still have Um, Girardi if I could. oh yeah, and so it is. I think it was the correct move to make. I just think the timing of it is super weird. Like you see a lot of the stuff is like arguably last year should have been his last year, but the only reason why he stayed and they kept him was because they had Bregman and
They
they
made the
knew that
playoffs.
that thing was there, like that relationship was there. But honestly, I think a lot of this disconnect is coming from the whole Alex Bregman situation, because a dude like that in a clubhouse that young does so much for you. And you saw it a little bit last year. They obviously went through their struggles, but when he's on the field, everybody around him is better. And I think for the front office to not even bat an eye to the fact that he left and his replacement also not performing the way that they promised he was going to perform, I think that put a big sour taste in Cora's mouth. And so he was just like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm just going to switch around the lineup all the time. And it's really not even going to matter to me. And then I think this is the result of that happening.
Well, I saw a
So
report. I
yeah,
don't know if you guys saw this because I don't know if it's true or not, that the Phillies wanted to bring
They
Cora,
that's where
did.
I was
They
going.
did.
That's where I was
They
but
going.
did.
he
That's
declined
true.
because he wanted to spend time with his family.
Yep, confirmed.
Really?
And
I was about to say the exact same thing, Joey, just now. Yeah.
I think
I
I
didn't
think
know if it
that's
was
honestly,
true.
I think honestly it's like, and again, I don't know the mind. We'll never know exactly what happened. We'll never know the mind of what goes on in a situation like that. But I don't blame him for not taking the job. I mean, that would be such a fuck you to the Red Sox. But it almost is like a respect thing, I think, for him, because he's like, he won a World Series for us. I don't think necessarily anybody blames Alex Cora for the shithousery that's going on right now in Boston, but I do think it was time for a scenery change. For like, he's a great coach, and if he gets another job somewhere, absolutely he is going to make that team better. But I think it needs to be the right fit with the right management group to be like, hey, we're gonna we're gonna buy into this system. And the Red Sox for the past few years just haven't done that. And you know, and the Phillies are in no position really right now either. I don't think. I think that also plays a factor as well. And it would be interesting, honestly, to see. I hate to bring up the Mets, Joey, but like I think if they get rid of their manager next this year, is it Vitello? Is it Vitello? No,
Mendoza.
what's
Mendoza.
it? What Mendoza? Thank you. Vitello's the Giants. I don't know where I was going there.
Wrong coast.
But Men,
Sorry.
Mendoza, if he's gone, I can up, I can 100% see Cora being there, especially with that roster. Like, but that's also the thing. Like that roster is so good on paper, but what the fuck?
Well,
It's
so
insane.
since you brought it up, right? And I know the other day I sent it to the group chat when the Phillies fired their manager. It blows my mind because the Phillies are firing their manager, but Mendoza still has a job. Mendoza should have been fired by now. I don't know how he hasn't been fired. If he doesn't get fired this season, it's like we gave up. The Phillies went on a 9-game losing streak that just completely got swept under the rug because of how bad the Mets are playing. Like the media is all on the Mets right now.
It's
The
New York
Mets.
market,
Yeah.
baby. New York
Yeah,
market.
that's what I'm saying. So the Phillies 9-loss streak just went completely unnoticed. Nobody even, I didn't see it on any media source. So how Mendoza still has a job blows my mind.
Yeah.
He
I
should have
don't
been
know,
fired.
man.
Right after we lost our 12th game in a row, he should have been fired. It's that simple.
It still blows it blows because you literally look at that fucking roster and it's just like, how?
Top
You
five
had
roster.
How?
you had Soto hurt, Polanco hurt, Luis Robert hurt. Now Lindor's hurt, Polanco's still hurt, Luis Roberts day to day. Like, and again, it's injuries. It's you can say it for any sport. I get it, but
But it's
at the end of the
specifically the New
day,
York baseball teams, though.
The
It's
Yankees have not been. I mean,
specifically,
this year so far, knock on wood, been all right. But in the past,
but in
oh,
previous years,
oh,
it's just been awful. And like you really feel, I don't want to feel like I'll never feel bad for the Yankees
mm,
necessarily,
neither will I. Fuck you.
you have you have the literally some of the best players in all of baseball, and they miss months for injuries consistently. It's not like just like a freak thing here and there. It's like once they get hurt, they come back and then they're hurt again. They come back, they get hurt again, come back and get hurt again. It blows my mind, and it's specifically New York baseball teams.
Well, there's one person in mind right now for the Yankees, and you know who I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Juanis Carlos.
Yeah.
And I'm not even mad about it, to be completely honest with you, because for me, it's almost like a CC situation with CC Sabathia in the last few years of his career, where he took took a quick IL stint, came back, and then was great, but then needed another one to get himself right. I'm at the point because he's on the back end of his contract, kind of like CC was, where we know what we're gonna get from that dude, and when he's playing, like if he's healthy for the playoffs, Giancarlo. That's a piece you can't really replace.
Yeah,
I mean he's having a great start to the year, is he not?
But my point being is when he's on the field, right? He's good, and when he's like gotten in rhythm, he's incredible. But my point is if he's on the IL for the start of the playoffs, what's the point? So I'm good with I'm honestly good with him chilling until July. And that's a hot take right now, but realistically, the lineup right now, Ben Rice is playing like an MVP right now. And Judge is heating up too, and the pitching has been ridiculous. So,
last year, how was his? How many didn't he miss all the way up through the All-Star break?
Giancarlo.
Yeah,
Giancarlo. I'm not sure, but I'm going to probably take your word for that and say yes.
He missed a ton of time in the beginning because he couldn't open a bag of potato chips because of his elbow.
He still can't. Here's the thing with him, right? It's like you know what you're getting. He's not going to play in the field, and he shouldn't because he'll be hurt in 2 days. But here's his power is still there.
Oh, absolutely.
The bat. Like he still can. And what the thing with him is he can hit in the big moments.
Yeah.
So if we get to the playoffs and we're in a spot where hopefully it's not a wild card, but who knows? The AL East is fucking tough as hell. But
not this year.
Well, I think it's still better than we think, personally. But he can make an impact. And on the injured note too, with the Yanks, I mean, granted, this is one of the better years for them, which is hilarious to say, but they're getting 2 huge arms back soon, within a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Rodon and Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to think, and then you got Schlittler, who Red Sox fans love him, right, Chris?
Oh my god! I mean, yeah, fucking hate the
gross.
dude for his off the field shit, but like, dude, he's so good and diced the shit out of us.
Yeah. Fried is legit. Will Warren, if you don't know him, he's also another strikeout guy, machine, and they got a good rotation.
So I want to ask you, Greg, about talking about the Yankees. Volpe.
No.
He's in a rehab assignment. Gets demoted. I mean,
might be the first player ever. It's got to be the first player.
Yeah,
like a rehab start.
I thought this guy was the next Jeter. According to, I'm not saying you in specific, but according to Yankee fans a couple years ago, this guy was the next Jeter.
Anyone who is the top prospect in a New York sports team is going to be considered the next somebody.
Yeah.
If we had a catcher that was the number 1 prospect, to be the next fucking Posada or the next fucking Mariano. Volpe, and here's the thing with him. I don't think, I'm going to say this. I don't think he is as bad as everyone says, but he's not that good. If that makes sense. Pretty bad. They make him out to be the meme king of just sucking ass. And while he sucks ass, I don't think he's the worst player in baseball. However, if we traded him tomorrow or tonight, I would actually be very happy with that because I like Jose Caballero way more.
He's been really good for you this year.
He's also, I mean, Volpe was quick too, but this guy's way faster. He's also a solid fielder. He's not going to give you 30 home runs a year. But then again, Volpe probably isn't either. He had 20 home runs in his rookie year, but that's because there were some juice baseballs, and they figured him out.
But do you even need, in that lineup, do you need 30 home runs when you have Judge?
You want contact. You want contact.
Have Ben Rice. Like, just get on base. That's all you got to do.
Contact.
Exactly. Yeah. get on base and let these guys, the actual home run hitters,
You give
bring
me a
you in.
guy. You give me a guy like Luis Ariz, and I'm dancing on the tables.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a really great pickup.
But again,
That'd be a good pickup. Definitely. I agree with that one.
well, but again, time will tell. Yankees always have the pieces to do it, but they, I don't know. You could blame it on anyone. You could blame it on freaking Boone, Judge, Hal, George in his grave. But point being is, whatever.
I think the funniest part, honestly, is like, yes, we talked about this last week, how it's still April, and each one of us has a complaint about one of our teams. The funniest part about this to me, though, is these complaints don't matter. Nobody's beating the Dodgers. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
at the
still,
end of the day, nobody's beating the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have strike baseball next year. We're not gonna have baseball.
We're not even gonna have baseball next
So
Yeah.
who's gonna be the last World Series champion? The Red Sox. I mean, not the. I'm sorry, the fucking Dodgers. But
The Dodgers. They're gonna
It's fucking
three-peat.
it's definitely not the Red Sox, dude.
No, the Dodgers are three-peating, and then that's it. We don't have baseball next year.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate
Yeah,
it.
and I'm calling it now. I'm putting the prediction out here right now into the universe. Right before the deadline, like literally might be the move that causes the shutdown completely. Tarik Skubal is going to be a Dodger.
No shot.
No.
No shot. The
I'm
Tigers,
calling it now.
If the Tigers do that, they want to strike.
Well, what makes you think they're going to sign him back?
Why would the ownership want to lose money straight up, though?
Yeah, the Tigers aren't going to sign him.
They
but
they didn't even want to pay him his arbitration. Like, are you kidding?
No, he's done in Detroit.
To be honest, too.
But he's not going. There's no way they send him to the Dodgers.
I'm just saying, it wouldn't be a send. He's a free agent, is he not?
At the end of the year, he is.
Yeah.
So realistically,
no. So I meant in the off season, like right before the strike.
But
not during the season.
They can't
trade
him.
The Tigers, you know he's not resigning. You know, 1,000%. You know that he is not going to sign after everything that happened. So you would want to trade him this year, so you actually get something for him.
How can they trade him after the season's over?
No, they can.
No. That's but what Joey's saying. If you're smart, if you're Detroit, you need to get some. Unlike what we did for fucking Xander Bogaerts, you need to get something for him. Yeah. He's the best pitcher in baseball, and it's besides Paul Skeens, it's really not particularly close, right? Like he is. I mean, I know he's creeping up there in age. What is this? His age 30, 31? But 30. Still, he is still absolutely dominating. Like what he did to the Red Sox at Fenway Park.
Baton up the arse.
I'm like, yeah, I want this dude on my fucking baseball team. Especially if Garrett Crochet is throwing up fucking 11-run innings.
That happened once.
The only reason I could see him not being traded is if they're first in the division. They can get the 1 seed in the playoffs. They can make a run. You obviously need the best pitcher in baseball to do that. I get it. You don't trade him at that point. But you have to know that you're holding on to him for the postseason and then he's gone. There's no way he resigns.
Like literally when the league year ends, when the season ends, he is an unrestricted free agent.
Yes.
Which means whoever the fuck is rolling in the Brinks truck is gonna get him. Because you have to. What do we think for a starter pitcher? What 450, 500?
No, that's too much.
I mean, how many years?
I'm not paying. I'm not paying that no matter what. No matter what. Because
you don't think he would demand a $450 million contract?
He might, but I'm not. I am not paying that. If I'm gonna just use an example. Doesn't matter for me. Because you got to think
for a deal like that, you have to imagine it's at least like 10, 12 years. And by that time, he would be like 40.
That's the thing, too, is when you get, here's my thing, right? When you get a pitcher on that much of a contract, the back end is never going to be pretty, generally speaking. Unless, in all honesty, the Crochet deal like you guys got is a good deal because he's so young and it wasn't incredibly long. But if you hypothetically, I'm not sure if he's 30 or 31 right now, but let's say he's 30 and you sign him to 12 years, 475 or whatever it may be. I don't know. I'm giving an example.
He's
So,
29. He's 29. He turns 30 in November.
oh, fucking hell. So okay, so 10-year deal. I'm not going more than 450 personally. 425 actually.
But you all, I know, like, but that's what I think he's gonna get, and
I know.
because you
I
look at the
understand.
deals like the Cole deal, and that was what that was fucking 6 years ago.
7 years ago, which is
That was
or six and a
seven
half.
years ago.
Six and a
Garrett
half.
Cole signed
Six and a half.
signed
Yeah.
that
It
fucking
was a while
contract,
ago. It was a while ago.
and the money has just increasingly gotten more ludicrous and more insane. And I think, like, because he's going to want to get this done before anything happens with the CBA, and when the shutdown, the lockdown happens or whatever, because he's like, all right, this might be my only chance to get the actual fucking bag, because we don't know what the post shutdown world is going to look like for these contracts. Are they going to be held to a minimum? Are they going to be held to a maximum? Like, we have no fucking idea what's going to happen. So if I'm Tarek Skubal and I'm his agent, I don't even know who the fuck his agent is. I pray for teams if it's Scott Boras.
If it's Boras, I'm
But
gonna shoot myself.
but like, you have to think like he's going to want to get this done, especially if they're not a playoff team, which I think they definitely are. But
Yeah.
especially if they're not a deep run playoff team, he's going to want to get this shit done as soon as possible to avoid any sort of lockdown drama or anything of the sorts.
Chris,
It's
He's his
Boris.
agent.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm telling you, he's getting five. He's getting five.
he might, yeah, his number just increased by another freaking 100 million.
Yeah, and
I'm telling you.
he's getting
I'm
it
telling you.
from Cohen to come out next year and have a 5 ERA.
Or he's going to the Dodgers to get a 0 ERA and win the World Series whenever the lockout's over.
I was gonna say there won't be a World Series next year.
Fine, better that than fucking watching the Dodgers be bitches.
I mean, if you're the MLB commissioner, right? I mean, you gotta
Pulling
be
Chris
rooting
Paul.
for the Dodgers to lose. You gotta be.
Well, if they keep making money, they're not.
But if there's a lockout, you're not making money.
Oh well, I'm sure there's probably something in there like Congress, how they make money during a federal government shutdown. I bet you those owners are still making money. I just don't think they're making as much because now they don't have asses in the seats and people that are paying fucking $60 for a hot dog and a Bud Light. Like
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I mean, if you're Manfred, you probably are rooting for, but even if you're Manfred, I think you don't root for for the Dodgers being World Series winners again, because it's like now you're just like, see, now it's not so bad because somebody else can just swoop in because that's baseball, and
Yeah.
then just nothing gets done, right? So I think there are pros and cons to both situations. Definitely the cons of the Dodgers winning 3 fucking World Series in a row, just continuously spending the fucking bag and not getting anything but a slap on the wrist. It's like I don't necessarily think I think it sucks that it has to come to this point because baseball has always been that sport where like it's guaranteed money, you can do whatever. I'd be interested to see if that stays, the whole guaranteed money thing, because that's a huge incentive for some of these players. And then like the whole opt out thing, because that was the thing with Bregman. But I don't know. I think you're right, Joey. I don't think anybody else wins it other than the Dodgers. But I think regardless of the situation, like even if the Dodgers win or don't win, there's going to be a lockout.
I mean, it's
I think it's
crazy that
inevitable.
like we were so close last year to not having them win the World Series. Like
Oh my God.
The Blue Jays should have won that World Series. They blew it.
By like 2 inches.
Yeah.
They lost it by like 2 inches.
And that just led to all of this now.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's bad for the sport, without a
Mm-hmm.
doubt. There's no question in my
Mm-hmm.
mind. Jumping over to NBA, we got some good matchups. I know last week Chris said that I'm 90% sure he said it was going to be an easy sweep for the Boston. That did not happen.
I did. I did.
That did not happen. And the Knicks bounced back big.
Yes, but the ball bet didn't.
The ball bet did not, but
Tough.
the Knicks
Tough
bounced
for the
back
group.
big to take the series lead in a huge, huge game five. Um, the Rockets and the Lakers. Um, by the time this episode goes up tomorrow night, that series will probably be over because the Lakers will probably win tonight at home and knock them out.
I think KD's out. I don't know if he's in or out.
I think he's
He
out.
he's been out all series.
Well,
Yeah.
he played one game or two.
The big thing though, and again, when this episode comes out tomorrow night, we'll have an answer on this. Um, the Magic and the Pistons.
I was just about to say that.
Magic are up 3-1. They could end the series tonight. So when this episode comes out, we'll find out if the Pistons live to see another day or the one seed's gone. And it's crazy. Like the
it's
Magic are
anybody's
dominating.
ball game.
They're
Yeah.
dominating.
In the East.
Yeah, in the East, yes.
The West is a different story.
I think
The West
most
just better.
likely. Yeah, without a doubt. I'm not arguing that. I think you have the Thunder, and I think the only team that could really truly compete with them are the Spurs.
Well, if Wemby's not concussion protocol.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see the video of that?
Oh yeah.
His
head bounced off the fucking floor twice.
Dude, I watched the video, and like as I'm watching the video on my phone, I'm like, ooh, like dude, that was rough.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, it was bad.
And it sucks. You hate to see a player like him go down, right? Like obviously, you never wish injury on anybody, but like especially now in playoffs, that is without a doubt their star. And
That's
it's
one of these stars. Yeah.
yeah, I mean he's one of the best stars in the league. Given it's nice that they have some time until their next game, right? I don't think they play until when do they play?
Do they play until Friday?
Oh wait, what? Hold on.
Is it Friday or Saturday?
That's
another thing I hate about the NBA playoffs.
No, so they
won
won the series, so they're not playing
Oh,
yeah,
game two. So
it's not gonna be for a while.
It could be like
It could be 5 days.
Next Monday or something like that. Because if game sevens are necessary, game seven for the Raptors series, the Lakers series, and the Magic series, which two of those are very unlikely. Raptors, Cavs, maybe there's a game seven. But if that does happen, those games are Sunday, May 3rd. So you got to figure the second round probably wouldn't start till what, Tuesday? So he has time. Even if he
I hate playoff formats like this, man.
Yeah. But even if he is in concussion protocol, by then I would think that he'll be good to play.
Well, he played last game, I believe.
Did he?
I believe he did.
Yes, he did.
Oh, so then he can't.
No, yeah, I just realized that also. Like, he had that scare, but the last game he played, he had 17 points, 14 rebounds. He's fine.
How many minutes?
34. He's fine.
Jesus.
Okay. Oh,
tied for the most in the team. He's fine.
So now he just has extra rest for the sake of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Spurs are a 2 seed, right? So they wouldn't play the Thunder until the EC or the Western Conference.
And that's what I think.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Well,
yeah, however,
they're paying the refs.
Here's another factor we got to think about when it comes to the NBA playoffs is the Lakers. And when I say that, I mean, there's LeBron who's starting to turn the clock back a little bit. But then there's the real wild card, the really, really good player in Bronny James. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I had to do that. But I think Austin Reeves is coming back pretty soon, from what it sounds like. Luka, I'm hearing, is not going to be at least until the Western Conference. In all honesty,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, if Luka and Austin Reeves are healthy and LeBron is there too, I think they got a shot against the Thunder. Maybe. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Kevin Durant is confirmed out tonight, so
that series is over.
That series is done.
I think if Reeves and Luka play for the Lakers, I think they could bring the Thunder to like 6 games. But I still
don't think they win still?
No.
I think they could. I think they could win. One thing I hate to bring this comparison, and Chris is gonna get pissed off when I say this though.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, when it comes to a guy that you just don't want to bet against, in the NBA, it's LeBron, and who's in the NFL? Back in the day.
Joe Montana. Are you gonna piss me
Not
off?
not that far back in the
We
day.
we talked about this last week.
Don't overthink Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Idiot.
I know. Well, dude. Yeah. The obvious answer is Tom Brady.
Well,
But you said you were gonna
say it.
piss me off. You
well,
said you were gonna
well,
piss
that
me off, so I thought you were gonna say like fucking what Jack
Why would
White,
that
whatever
piss
his
you
name
off?
for the fucking
No,
Jets.
my point being is like comparing LeBron to Brady. I was trying to say.
well, and,
Maybe
that,
some
and
I
people.
that's
mean,
that's the only thing that like I think that I will give the Lakers a slight percentage against the Thunder
LeBron,
if they're fully healthy is because, like you just said, you can't count out Bron. We've seen
because
him
he
do
can turn the
this
clock back still, and we've seen that.
years. For years, we've seen. I actually saw a stat yesterday, which is crazy to think about. He has officially been in the NBA longer than he hasn't been.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised, dude. We were so
there
we're
there
all, I think
was
we all graduated high school in 2016, right?
17.
yes.
Right,
Well,
17.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Point being is he's been in the league since me and Chris were in kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
Joey, you were in preschool.
Yeah.
There was a thing there
What
was
the
a
fuck?
there was like a stat
What
out
the
there.
fuck?
There was a stat out there somewhere. I think that LeBron James has played with like 65% of
I
all the
think so,
players
something
that have
like
ever
that.
played in the NBA. It's like what the fuck, dude? That because when was the merger? When did the NBA it was like back in the 70s, 60s or the 70s or something like that? He's literally played against 65% of every single player that has ever played an NBA game.
Yeah, that is
That is so ridiculous to think about.
that is crazy.
Fucking hell. But we'll see. I mean, a lot of closing games out coming. A lot of
Yeah.
closing games coming soon. But yeah,
Do you
Yeah.
have Magic tonight?
me.
Closing out the series.
Yeah.
No.
It's not a bald bet, but no, actually, I don't.
Not a bald bet.
I think they're especially because they're at home. The
The
Pistons.
Pistons, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they win the game tonight.
And
They're
yeah,
they just started right now too.
that's kind of like I would agree with that. Like that's my reasoning behind them extending a series is because they got the home crowd tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be a fuck you. Oh, excuse me, a fuck you game. Sorry.
I mean, real quick before we jump into the bald bet and wrap this episode up, NHL playoffs real quick. Some great series. The
Mm.
Mammoth and the Golden Knights has been a battle. The Canadians and Lightning has been a battle. Stars Wild has been one of the best series. The Oilers and Ducks, Oilers are starting to wake up. They're playing some hockey now. In my opinion, my favorite series to watch has been the Sabres Bruins.
Oh yeah.
With honestly, Lightning Canadians is a close second because there's just so many fights in all of those games. But the Bruins and Sabres has been an electric series to watch. Last night or Tuesday night, I should say, the Bruins won in overtime. And I know, Chris, we kind of talked about this before we started. As a Capitals fan, I was rooting for Buffalo. I can't root for Boston. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me which team wins because it's not my team. I was happy that the Bruins won in overtime because, in my opinion, that first goal or no goal,
Yeah.
say, should have been a goal. It was
Absolutely.
still in play. They didn't blow the whistle. It was a live puck. It got poked in, but they said it was frozen. There's no whistle. How are you going to say that that puck's frozen when there's no whistle? So, in my opinion, like that should have been a goal. I don't get it.
Absolutely. And it's really weird how the whole situation went down. Like they weren't even really talking about it. Like
No.
again, there was a little bit of review that they were showing replays over on TV and everything, but other than that, it was kind of just like brushed off. And I'm just like, how is that not a goal? They never blew the play dead, right? I get it if like the goalie if he had possession of the puck, but he didn't. It was under his fucking skate. In no way, shape, or form is that control. If it was tucked under the pads and like you literally had to remove him to get to it, that's a different story. But I forget who poked it in. I forget which player poked it in. But like props for him to just go in there because the play was never dead.
Mhm.
Like in all accounts, that's a goal. But
Yeah,
I think justice was ultimately served. That was a sick fucking goal by Pasternak. Oh
yeah,
my
that was
god, it was
nasty.
disgusting.
That was
And I
nasty.
just think, and that's the thing with the Bruins, because you've seen the whole season in just this series alone, just like how up and down it is. Like you get fucking embarrassed
Mm-hmm.
at home. What was it? 6-1, 5-1, 6-1, or something like that.
6, yeah.
Yeah, like you get fucking embarrassed at the Garden at your home turf. But then the next game, it's a great fucking hockey game. And it
Mm-hmm.
goes to overtime. And you guys are just throwing blows. There's a shitload of penalties. It's tons of shot on net. Swayman is standing on his head. And then fucking that beautiful goal by Pasternak. I couldn't be happier with that game. We're probably not going to win the series, but I think that showed a lot of fight um, towards kind of season where the expectations were kind of low in the beginning.
Yeah. So we will touch up more on NHL as we get deeper in the playoffs, along with NBA and as MLB continues to play on. We went from a 8-win streak to a now 2 losing streak. Greg, what do we got this week to snap this losing streak?
Got to get something. Obviously the easy answer is to pick something safe and easy and just reliable. But that's no fun. So we're gonna go a little fun here.
We're the fun boys.
The fun boys. This is a two-part bet.
Oh shit.
Well, two-part. In fact, it's two different series I'm talking about, but they're both about the NBA. First one, you can probably guess where I'm going here with this. The New York Knicks close it out on Thursday, which is tomorrow when we're recording, 7 p.m. against the Hawks. I think that they're going to win this series tomorrow. I think they close it out. I think they're a way better team.
Is it at the
That's just
Garden or is it in Atlanta?
no, it is not. But they won game 4 at the Garden, or not at the Garden. Excuse me. So that's a very winnable thing, in my honest opinion. Um, Also, having said that, the other part of this for me is involving you, Christopher.
Me?
Well, not specifically. No, not you. No, no, no,
Who,
no, no.
me?
Put your hands down. You're fine. But it involves your Boston Celtics winning
Oh.
and closing the series out in Game 6 as well. I think both of these games. I know the Knicks and Celtics are both the away teams, but I think they're both the clear-cut better teams, in all honesty. So I do think the Knicks and the Celtics tomorrow, both play tomorrow, by the way, close their series, both their respective series out tomorrow when they play. Honest opinion, they're better. They're just better.
The
Okay.
Celtics will only win. The Celtics will only win if they hit 24 3-pointers. That's that's
Well, then they better
the only way
start
they're
going on the
winning.
shooting gun.
All right, I like it. I like it. So we got a little parlay for the bald
Little,
bet this
well,
week.
yeah, if you want
I
to call it
like it. I
that, yeah.
like it. First,
Absolutely.
first
The
bald
fun
bet
boys. The
parlay.
fun boys.
But as always, everybody, thank you for all the support. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to come back next week. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, on Spotify. All our merch is out on every single social media: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Twitter, you name it. Make sure to go check it out. And we will see you next week.